The Governor's Cup experience is not just for students who want to start their own businesses. I've had so many students who've gone through this say, I'll never be afraid of making a presentation again in my life, because you have to be able to think on your feet, you have to justify the positions you've taken, you have to sell, which you have to do in any field, no matter what you are, selling your ideas and other things. So it's a very strong preparation for life in corporate. It also, one of the things that I'm passionate about is writing, and so it forces students to become better writers, better thinkers, better communicators.
I think the experience competing in the Governor's Cup taught me a lot about what it takes to get a business off the ground and running. Some friends and I tried to start a company once shortly after I graduated from college, learned a lot through that experience and really relied upon a lot of the knowledge that I'd gained during the competition in the Governor's Cup. I have my own business now, and so I think it's definitely something that helped instill an entrepreneurial spirit in me.
One of the biggest values you get out of the Governor's Cup is, for us at least in the undergraduate program, it was the first time that we were given the opportunity to take an idea and bring it from idea all the way to fruition. You know, often in school, you're given a task and you're asked to do something specific. Here, we were just told about a competition, and together we created a team, we built a plan, and so from the ground up, we started an organization. And it was one of the most valuable experiences of my entire educational career.
The judges in the competition encouraged me to actually live this out. So I take away the fact that a dream can actually be a reality.
I learned a lot about presentation and really interacting with people and, you know, investors, potential investors, and or sources of capital. You know, lots of young people have great ideas, and one of the big things was you need to be able to find a source of capital, and really Governor's Cup, even after the program, it let me learn a lot of skills where I can approach someone and clearly explain what my business idea is, as well as ask for some money.
So we like to talk about when an entrepreneur needs three things to start a business. They need means, motive, and opportunity. Most of them start with a lot of motive. The motive typically is financial gain, or in some cases it's social gain. They want to do great things for people. And where they struggle many times is in the means department. And so by competing in Donald W. Reynolds Governor's Cup competition, again, we were exposed to people who said, listen, if you have the motivation to go and do this, we can help you with the means portion. And for me, that was a huge deal. The ability to make our dream a reality out of that competition.
It's really an acceleration of my professional career. I came in younger member of the team, but I was forced and put into situations where I didn't have the time to prepare. I didn't know all of the answers, but I had to stand on the stage in front of very seasoned, respected individuals along with a crowd and perform.
I think my experience with the Governor's Cup, the biggest thing it helped with was just building my communication skills and even building my writing skills, and taking what was a very technical, scientific notion and distilling it down into something that I could explain to business people and to the general public.
Through the Governor's Cup competition, it's taught me just the process of getting prepared, setting goals, hitting your milestones, working together as a team.
You know, I can't even tell you how many times we had to get up in front of mock panels and give this presentation. And, you know, after a while, it can really help you ease some of that tension, and you just, once you're prepared, you go into it and you're just ready to go.
I learned a lot more about business than I had ever known before. That was a great asset to my doctoral program. It helped me understand the financial analysis and risk analysis and all of the sides that go towards actually taking a technology and commercializing it. And then with that, on how to package all of that into a vehicle that can be easily communicated to different groups.
I do not understand why every single collegiate group, organization, anything doesn't compete in the Governor's Cup. It's, you know, it's no risk, and it's an excellent teaching tool for college students. I think even if you don't want to start your own small business, I think the year I competed, there were several medical students that just had a thesis or a great idea that they wanted to present. So it's not just for business students. it can be for anyone. And I think it gets you clout, it gets you recognition as a university, it shows a real good faith effort in putting some time into your students and their personal development. And so I say every institution should be involved in the Governor's Cup.
Through competing in the Governor's Cup, we formed relationships that are obviously still around today. Those relationships were external with investors who have invested in us, but also between the two of us and others that have allowed us to go off and actually start the company. I mean, at the end of the day, if it weren't for the Governor's Cup, Movista would not exist.
I think this competition is very important for the state because it helps show what great ideas that we have developed and begin to develop them into working businesses that are here in the state. I think one of the biggest problems that the state of Arkansas has is that we lose our highly paid and technical scientists to other states. And so hopefully by promoting this competition, we can encourage the growth of high-tech businesses in our state.
There are 20 Arkansans who have a job today in a highly technical field, earning on average twice the pay rate, the average pay rate for the state, because of the competition. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what this is about. Not just creating jobs in Arkansas, but creating well-paying jobs that are in growth fields like technology.
So we started our business. We hire, obviously, Arkansas residents. We interview a lot of Arkansas graduates and students. We have internships. We stuck around. We started our business from this competition and stayed in Central Arkansas.
We have seen pockets that are vibrant for entrepreneurs, and Northwest Arkansas has a vibrant startup community, as does Central Arkansas, and we're seeing that in a few other places. And I think it's incredibly important as our state looks to bring more jobs and to keep talent here into the state to show that we support entrepreneurs and startups. And I think this program can be very key to people and help instilling an entrepreneurial spirit.
This is really probably the absolute best real-world experience that you're going to get before you've actually graduated. Again, it gives you access to people that you just probably wouldn't be interfacing with otherwise, and some really interesting perspectives on what makes for successful companies.
The skills that the business plan competition teaches students is invaluable. I'll tell you, if we didn't start iProv immediately, it wouldn't have mattered. We would have started a company in the future anyway, because now, because of the business plan competition, I've learned things like problem-solving skills, how to develop a team, how to plan out, how to research a business. All those things allow me to create a business. Now, there are two ways to learn those types of skills. One is to go out there and do it, which means you're putting actual capital at risk. Maybe you're getting a loan and you might default on a loan. Or the other option is to get involved with something like a business plan competition, where you can do all parts of starting a business except for actually starting that business. But that skill set you learn when competing in this business plan competition provides more value than any one company could ever spur up.